This one isn't going to be like a lot of the other episodes we've had in the past.
No, not at all.
Yeah. It's not going to be like that because we know that every single one of the people who are listening right now or watching on YouTube are ready for their holiday festivities.
Oh, yeah.
You know? Everyone's ready to consume their meals.
Yes.
Not worry about counting the calories.
Not at all.
And being around family and friends that hopefully you're excited to see.
We hope so.
We hope so. You know? Yes. So we talked about this because we was like, we want to do something a little special, right? We're not going to do like a full-length episode today. We actually just want to do a little special edition, all right? We just wanted to pop up on your timelines and your feeds just to, you know, talk about what we're grateful for, what we're thankful for, you know, as this holiday season starts to commence.
All right, yeah. So what are some of the things that you are currently grateful for?
I wasn't prepared for that question. I think
all this time we spent.
All this time, I just, you know, what am I grateful for? So I'm really grateful for the last year of my life. Yeah. Particularly because November 25th was, it'll be, this coming Saturday, but November 25th marks 1 year since I started doing the 100s, right? I've lost, let's go. I've lost 60 pounds in the last year. You know, I've continually been exercising 5 days a week, fasting and incorporating a lot of things for my body. And like, to look at the fact that it's been 1 year, I'm so grateful. I'm grateful. And like, I really had to like look at myself, pat myself on the back real quick and say, oh, Queenie, you really, you know what I'm saying? Like you believed, you did something and you stuck to it. And like, I'm grateful for consistency in that, I'm grateful for the ups and downs that happen over the course of the year, simply because I have, through a lot of the discomfort that I faced, had to grow in ways that I never thought was imaginable. Yes. So, I'm grateful for that indeed. And, I think those are like my tops because I'm looking towards myself. Yeah. I'm talking about those things. And then in my external world, like, I have family, I have friends, I have a home, I have a bird that loves me. Yes. And I appreciate having those companions around me to make me feel like, I'm not alone on this journey.
Yes, I love that. I love that.
So what you grateful for?
Whew, man, I swear something about these new years are just like, I'm in a space now where I feel like the smaller things mean so much more. The smaller things mean so much more, but I love the internal reflection. I think that not a lot of times we don't spend enough times being grateful for the roller coaster that is life. And looking at our lives and seeing that, when things aren't necessarily all good, how is this ultimately helping me grow as an individual? And I think that I've experienced that as well, just being in a space where obstacles constantly arising in life and within this past year has forced me to grow, forced me to be in a space where it's like, okay, look at yourself, figure out what's wrong and solve some of these problems, because it's like you could be in a space of wanting to blame the external and wanting to look at your life and say, this is happening to me. But like, I'm just so grateful that I was given a sense of like awareness or self-awareness in a sense, through, my relationship with God, through conversations with friends and us every time we get in on here and holding ourselves accountable, and even through reading and just like taking in new information. I'm grateful for, books and just education on this journey right now. It's helped me see myself in a way that showcases my strength, getting out of taking myself, digging myself out of holes and coming into a new space. I'm grateful for just the slowdown
Yeah.
I'm grateful for the slowdown. It's given me time to reflect and really feel like, understand what it is I want out of life. And then when it comes to external, obviously, we got to keep God first.
Yeah.
Keep God first. Yeah, I'm grateful for the relationship that I feel like I'm constantly redeveloping my relationship with God in a way that just gets me through a lot of this mess that we are dealing with on a day-to-day basis. I'm grateful for my friendships, my family, and just, constantly being able to be here and have a space to express.
Yeah. I think that like the podcast opens up a really big opportunity, for me to create.
Yeah.
And I think that in a lot of times where it's like it's difficult for me to do that, I'm really grateful that there's a space where it's like I could just come here, talk to you guys, and I can feel productive.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm moving the needle forward in some way, shape, or form. So like, I'm just it's one of those things where I think that for me, just the opportunity to be grateful for my opportunities is in and of itself what the cycle is.
Yeah.
Because I'm happy that I'm able to be happy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or I'm grateful that I'm able to be grateful. Like I still exist.
Yeah.
I'm here in the physical form, and every 24 hours I have another chance to build the life that I want to see.
Yeah.
So I think that whenever you get to these periods of time, they almost seem as markers.
Yeah.
That's why the holiday season could be difficult for some people because they're markers. Because it's like, what's changed.
Yeah,
oh, it's like,
since the last
time. Because now you got to start going through you got to see your family and you got to da-da-da. And who are you bringing? You know what I mean? Like, because I know for me, who I brought to Thanksgiving last year is changing this year. And I think that who I'm around, Christmas with is changing this year too. Yeah. So it's like I recognize that there are people who are, going through this holiday season. They see the changes in them in their realities too.
Yeah.
So it's like, but it's just it feels really good, even if the changes are difficult. It feels good to know that things are changing.
Yeah. Because
if we want to walk around saying that we don't want things to stay the same, then we have to kind of appreciate what life throws at us.
Yeah.
And
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I definitely agree with that. I think that, just that fast, I lost my train of thought.
It's like I don't know where it was gonna go, but it knows going.
It was sitting right there.
Landing gratitude.
It was going landing grace. Yeah.
That's where it was going landing grace. I think that. Oh, go ahead. You want to come back?
No. I lost it. It was completely gone. But, I was going to circle back to, just the gratitude of having a space and having a platform to be able to communicate a lot of the things that we're thinking, we're going through and feeling. I'm just really grateful for the listeners and for, everyone who's been responding, because one of the things that, when you start something like this, you don't really know what kind of an impact that you'll ever have on the people around you.
Yeah.
You can only assume, and so when you start to get those things coming back and you start to see, it becomes like this mirror of what it is that we're doing, and the impact that we're looking to create is starting to create a foundation for us to reflect in, to look back at us and us to see, the cycle of energy that's being reciprocated.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's like, there were plenty of times where we were doing the podcast and we like some of the comments that people made or some of the things that they said like really resonated,
Yeah.
I even saw one earlier. That was I think it was from Kilo Created.
Oh yeah.
Where he was saying like, yo, y'all podcast is chicken noodle soup for the soul.
Ooh.
I was like, ooh, I like that. You know what I mean? That sound like fall energy.
Yeah. That's right up on Thanksgiving right there.
So like, shout out to you, Kilo, for checking that out. I mean, like, we also had some folks reply on YouTube too. Did you see it on YouTube?
We have some on YouTube,
bro.
Yeah,
because it was like, what was crazy is that like, it was almost instant. Like, there are people who are checking out the podcast. We drop at 5 a.m. right?
Yeah.
So we releasing at 5 a.m. So there are people like replying at 6. I was like, oh, bro, I'm not even awake. I'm grateful that you are conscious.
Yeah. Hey, listen. we're grateful for everyone being here and present. I saw we have a comment here, and this was under, what was this one? This was episode 6. We were talking about how our values changed from the 20s to the 30s, and we had Olivia Wren here. She said, "This was so comforting to listen to. Hearing you bounce off of each other made me feel like I had 2 pep talks for figuring out my mid-20s. The childhood of my adulthood will definitely be something I adopt into my self-talk. I feel like this stage is crucial for picking apart society's narratives, undoing brainwashing to find truth. Thanks, y'all." That, Olivia, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for being a listener, for being so early on in this journey as we're continuing to, push these conversations and build community. This is someone that,
I don't know who that.
It's just,
I've never met him before.
A listener that joined in.
Yeah.
And it's just like, it's a blessing for us to be able to be reaching people outside of our original network. And then also to not just have you listen, but for it to affect and impact, the way that you think about something and how you want to move forward in your own journey. So it feels good to know that what we're doing is doing something back.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a bunch of really cool ones. We had another one here from Hidden Gems. She says, "Wow, listening to this exactly at the perfect moment of my day. This is incredible. You two are being used to do something magnificent and to help people move mountains in their lives." And then she followed up. And said, "Listening for the second time because I needed this today." And that was the episode on faith.
Yeah.
That was the episode on faith. Listen, Hidden Gems, we appreciate you, the family, everyone. We even had a shout out segment there for you that before you even heard it, this episode here resonated with you. And so I thank you for being a listener. I feel like that whole moment came full circle for us. And we appreciate you and your family for what you do and for helping us spread the message as well. Thank you so much.
All right, so I actually saw this comment too on Instagram.
Yeah.
From Aaliyah Pierce. Shout out to you, Aaliyah.
Hey.
And she just literally said, "Y'all be speaking the truth."
Hey,
love it.
I appreciate it.
You feel me?
Yes.
Straight to the point. Like she's reached out to me about the podcast and how she's been listening. So thank you so much, Aaliyah, for checking out that episode as well.
Thank you. Listen, we don't want to make this too long because, like we said, we know y'all are ready to eat. Y'all got the bibs on.
You feel me?
Cutting the turkey right now. Everything is looking good, smelling good, feeling good. Auntie in the kitchen with the elbow grease. You know what I'm saying? And so we want to take some time. We just really wanted to take this time to thank you guys for being the day one listeners of this podcast. We hope that, you guys find ways to express gratitude and feel gratitude in this moment, in this time. And we genuinely appreciate you guys for being here.
Yes, and I would also appreciate if anybody wants to hit me up for a plate. If you want to come drop by a plate to my crib, you feel me? I want my mac and cheese gotta be baked. But please, if you trying to help out a sister, all right, you already know where to find us. Comment below.
Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel, Life We Chose Podcast. Happy Thanksgiving to every single person out there. We love y'all. Peace.
Yeah, this is the life that we chose. All about goals, all about getting the go. Pedal to metal, we drove. Head to the heels, I wanna get me a bow. 2020 be the vision, depicted the growth. Before I could get on the road, look at the level she rose. Cheddar, 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 cheddar.